Hey everyone, so we are currently in Bran, which is in Pennsylvania, Romania, and as you can see, I'm bundled up. A week ago we were in Budapest, and it was absolutely gorgeous, and the sun was out, and I had a sunburn on my face. And now we're in Bran and it is snowing, like snowing a lot. I'm actually can see Dracula's castle out the window at the cafe I'm currently in, which is pretty cool. We haven't been yet, but we're hoping to go tomorrow morning. So my favorite experience I've had so far in Bran was yesterday. The snow was just coming down, and I, thinking that it was going to be sunny, just like in Budapest, was unprepared. I was in my Toms and my feet were soaked and drenched, and my bottom shin was chattering. And we walked into a restaurant, and this man just kind of looks at me, and it was like, oh no, like he could tell I was cold. So we walk into this restaurant, and about 10 minutes later he comes up and asks if we would like some hot wine. It actually is his restaurant. So we say yes, we'd like some hot wine. It was actually delicious. But he comes back about 5 minutes later and asks if I would like a pair of socks and boots. And I originally wanted to say no, but Dad's like, he's giving them to you, you should take them. Oh, Dad, aka Adrian, said that I should take them. So I took the boots, or the socks, and he didn't have any boots at the time, but about 15 minutes into our meal, he walks up with two pairs of boots. One's are like forest green, and the other one is like a sage green. I tried the forest green one first, but they didn't fit. So I tried the next one on, and it fit. He's been the lifesaver of my Bran experience, because today it was snowing as well, and it was just absolutely miserable. I don't think I could have made 2 days in Bran without shoes even, or without boots. But even more exciting than the boot story and how kind and nice he was to us. He sat down at the end of our meal and just kind of told us his story about the restaurant and how he got started into everything. And it was really amazing. It reminded me about listening to my grandfather tell all of his stories. You wanted to pay attention. You didn't want to not listen to what he had to say. So we were listening, and it was great. He told us how he created this dream for the restaurant and how he did it with his son, and I just curiously asked, not having anything meaning by this but his son's age, and has now become one of the many jokes that the five of us have, is that I'm clearly going to marry his Romanian son. He actually gave us some great love advice, and that was interesting. The other thing I thought was really interesting is they try to make everything at their restaurant organic. It's their own sheep, their own vegetables. The thing he said, one of the only things they import was their pork. But he's a man, I've never heard about this man, but Barry Commoner. And he said he completely agrees with Barry Commoner's ideas about the food industry and how you should have your food and treat your food. So there will be research done on Barry Commoner, because I'm excited to hear why he's such a fan. But no, he's a great man. I loved hearing his story. It's amazing to me that someone would just hand me a pair of socks and boots and say, here you go, no worries. If someone were freezing in the States and you could tell they were cold, no one would approach them. Or not, I shouldn't say no one, but it wouldn't be common to have someone come up to you and offer warmth. But yeah, no, it was a great experience. Maybe one that you had to be there for, but I don't know. The man, my grandma used to always have a motto, be life-giving, not life-draining, and he was a very life-giving man, and I loved it. But see you soon.